Two are arrested after a high-speed DUI crash leaves victims in critical condition. Lieutenant George Harrigan of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
On January 7th at approximately 2 a.m., St. Johns County Sheriff's Office deputies and St. Augustine Police Department officers responded to reports of a crash in the area of the Castillo de San Marcos National Monument at 11 South Castillo Drive. Witnesses observed a vehicle traveling northbound on Avenida Menendez at a high rate of speed and strike two females on the pedestrian sidewalk. The vehicle continued to travel into a parking lot, striking a parking sign and pay-to-park kiosk before coming to a stop. Specialized deputies with the SJSO DUI unit initiated an investigation, and two arrests have been made at this time. The victims are in critical condition at area hospitals as of Sunday afternoon.
21-year-old Shannon Olivia King faces DUI charges involving serious injury and property damage. Her passenger in the car was also arrested.
Lamar Leon Johnson, Jr., 22, was arrested and charged with resisting officers without violence by SAPD. Johnson was a passenger in the suspect vehicle, refused to obey commands by law enforcement, and was attempting to cause a disturbance with other citizens while first responders were treating the victims and managing the scene.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
We have too many at-risk vessels in our waters in St. John County.
Greg Burke spoke to Liz Ryan about his concerns.
Greg lives on the water, and he described to me what he sees.
A lot of boats out here that never get used. I've literally watched anchor lines disintegrate until they just drift off into the mangroves. When the boat goes into the mangroves, it's loaded with oil and fuel and gas, as well as fiberglass as it disintegrates. Then there's the aspect of crashing into other people's boats, docks, marinas, bridges.
He's also worried about the contents of chemical toilets ending up in the water.
It's about a few hundred yards off my dock that has been there for about 9 months now. I haven't seen any boats come to pump them out. There's no way that he can be legally tracked as to how or where he would dispose of that chemical waste.
I spoke to Eric Walters, Grant Administration Coordinator for St. Johns County. He said derelict boats can be a hazard to the environment.
There's always gasoline, there's batteries, there is trash in a lot of these vessels. And without the proper precautions, they can leak out right into the environment and pose a big hazard. Also, a lot of ones that are sunk put a lot of debris out in the water, and so that could lead to boaters hitting it, not seeing it, having it float around. But that's the big thing, is just having all the chemicals and all the batteries and stuff leak into public waterways.
If you go to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission's website, you'll see an interactive map of derelict boats in St. Johns County. Most of them are in the Matanzas River. There's also information there on the Florida Vessel Turn-In Program. Owners of at-risk vessels can apply to have their boat removed at no cost. The program pays for the removal and disposal. To apply, go to myfwc.com and search Florida Vessel Turn-In Program. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
It was a shock, honestly. They called me, and I didn't really know about the award until I had them explain it. So it's an honor, because this is from the amateurs, and that's what they think of you instead of your peers.
That's St. John's Golf Club Director of Golf Wes Tucker after being named the Jacksonville Area Golf Association's 2023 Professional of the Year. Tucker says his home course has had quite the journey.
Opening in January 1st of '89. Went through its cycle of being great at first. Only one in the area for a long, long time. Lots of play, going to 27 holes, first tee, course with it. Then the downturn in 2008 and really getting neglected for several years because of lack of funding for no other reason. So bringing it back to its original grace and glory, it definitely is a prideful thing, but I really wanted to do it as a citizen of St. Johns County. I wanted to do it for the rest of us.
Last year, St. John's Golf Club saw almost 70,000 rounds played. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.